Good morning, it's Cail. I have returned from a rather long break. I will explain that. Today I'm working on bubbleflower and I'm starting a small new section. I've got some lo-fi girl playing in the background. Hopefully the volume's okay. Setting that again was like, wait, what? So I'm gonna do some 154. Get started here. Hope you all have been well in my absence. I'm sure everybody's just perfectly fine. It's like, I didn't notice you were gone. But yeah, I needed to take a break. Sometimes you have to do that. The holidays were kind of tough emotionally. Of course, that's a big family time, and my family has been kind of decimated by death and distance and conflict. So dealing with that, and I am not a fan of winter. I never have been. It usually just brings me down. It's just depressing. Not depression like what I had before, but it's just depressing. It's cold. I don't like cold weather. Cloudy days, a lot of them in a row, and it's just like, ugh. I'm sure people who dislike winter can relate to that. Now, if you are a winter lover, good for you. More power to you. I just can't handle it. So I did get past the holidays, barely. Hubby got the washer and dryer in out of the garage and made a little laundry room for me, which is awesome, especially since it's so cold and our garage is not heated. And my daughter came in from England, the UK as they call it. Had a short visit with her, and it doesn't seem like her situation has improved any, which was also a bummer. But she'll have to deal with that. Okay, let's see here. So these are like kind of along the edge. So the symbols are not obviously vertical for me. So the top is that way. So all of the symbols are like sideways. But that's okay. I did just finish a big section earlier before I started recording. And that's over here. Finished all that. Trying to see if I see any more of these 2 dots. The other thing that I managed to do while I was trying to deal with the winter blues and holiday blues, is I finished Aquarius, the Aquarius diamond painting. If you go over to my X account, cailscorner, my birthday is on the 10th of February. You can go over, I posted a picture of it. It's temporarily hanging on the wall until hubby can build the frame and buy the glass to cover it. But at least it's like not going to get like all dusty and stuff. And it's out of the way. So I was happy about that. It was a lot of drills. It was a hard one. Let's see if I see any more of these. The dogs are sleeping. They've been pretty good. Pretty healthy. Not getting into too much trouble. They don't like the winter either. Of course, they're short-haired chihuahuas, so, you know, they're like, we hate this weather as well. So, while I've been diamond painting, cross stitching, because I'm still doing my cross stitching, coloring here and there. They've just been, let's see if any of these are here, just sleeping, sleeping all day. I have a hard time falling asleep in the daytime, so they're lucky. I don't think I see any of these. I could be wrong. There are like a lot of symbols here. So the Aquarius apparently had 175 colors. That's a lot. Let's do the key. It's 550. Now I do have the auto exposure and the autofocus off because it just kind of irritating. Okay, so I'm doing the key. So just been quiet days. I don't mind. Sometimes you have to stop and kind of take a break from doing too much. I mean, I'm still doing all the things, all the house things, laundry, you know. But I just took a break from streaming and recording. I haven't even been doing that much gaming. Tried a couple new games. I tried the Hello Kitty Adventures game, which I will talk about maybe when I do some Palia gameplay. And then also Immortal Life. It's a farming sim set in China. So I'm kind of slowly going through that. And then I also got Echoes of the Plum Grove for the Switch. And I'm still trying to figure out if I like it or not. So we'll just have to kind of see. So not a whole lot gaming. They did just do an update yesterday on Palia. So I did go in and log in and play a little bit. Not a whole lot of things on the update that I'm interested in. But they have some spa day furniture that was really pretty. So I set up a little spa area on my tropical island. See if I see any keys over here. The thing about this section right here, well, I mean, here you've got some little color blocking here. Maybe a little in here, but all of this other stuff is just like chaotic colors. So it's very time consuming to get it done. This is why it's taken me so long. I think the Aquarius one took me at least over a year to finish. Of course, I didn't work on it straight. I was alternating with other projects and things, but still, it was like, ugh, super time consuming. I was so happy when I was done with it, and it came out really pretty. I mean, I knew it would come out pretty, but it was very time consuming. Like this one here will take probably the rest of the year to finish at this rate. Any keys? So it's not really like dark over there. It's a dark color. So that's kind of how I'm going about looking for these symbols. If it's a darker color, I'll look and see like this is darker here. See, there's one there. And just kind of do it that way, dark and light. And by color. You know, obviously these are like some brown, red, and whatever. There's some here. Where did I see them here? So today it's very cold. You'll probably hear the heat go on. I cannot turn it off because it's like some ridiculous temperature outside. I'm not sure what it is. I don't have my phone near me. And so I can't like turn it off. We'll freeze. Maybe like in the teens, which is very unusual for here. It might happen like once a winter, but it's very unusual. And I don't think it's going to last, maybe like a day or two. But today and I think tomorrow are cold. Okay, I think that's the keys. Of course, I'll probably like regret saying that because I'll put these drills away and then turn around and find another one, right? Okay, so here, this little snowflake looking asterisk thing is here. So this is 552. It's kind of like a medium purple. So basically, I'm just trying to stay warm, hang in there till spring comes. Just deal with it as best I can. So the other project that hubby did, of course, we've been together over 10 years. And we had these ceiling light appliances that were brown, like not the bowl part, like the glass part, but the metal frame or whatever enclosure were brown, and I can't stand that. I'm not much of a brown person. Like, my walls are white in my house. And if I could, I would have lots of color, but I also have to consider my husband. He'd be like, yeah, I don't want a purple couch. But he did change all of the ceiling light fixtures and all of the ceiling fans, and now they're all white. And the ceiling fans have the blades that are like shaped like a, like, I don't know, like a petal. They're not like the regular shape, but they were like 50% off, so he just bought all new ceiling fans for all the rooms and spent a couple weekends putting those up. So that was awesome. And the house looks better. It's just, you know, we've been remodeling the house over the 10 years we've been together. When I moved in, I think the walls were like tan. I don't know, some color. Looked very old and dated. And I'm like, yeah, no, I can't do this. I need, you know, fresh and clean. And oh, there goes the heat. And kind of not new looking, but just fresh and clean. So we painted all the walls white. So in the living room, I've got a small little section of wall where the heater is on the other side. That's teal, because teal is our accent color. So I was trying to figure out a nice accent color. I didn't want blue. I didn't want, you know, pink or purple. It had to be kind of gender neutral, which I don't really like using that word, but whatever. I mean, I'm sure he didn't want purple walls in the living room or purple furniture, like, you know, girly purple, pink, yellow, right? And I didn't want like major, massive, like guy look, you know, black, gray, brown. So I kind of settled on teal as the in-between, because it can be kind of girly and it can be kind of like masculine. So part of the wall, part of one small wall in the living room is teal. That's the accent wall. And then the kitchen is painted that same color. And it's an open floor concept, so it all goes together. So it looks very nice and open and inviting and very comfortable. Because that's the vibe that I want in my house. When you come in, it's very peaceful. I don't like conflict, no drama. It's like a haven from the world. And people have commented on that. They're like, oh, your house is so, like, chill. I'm like, yep, that's the way I want it to be. That's what I've been working for. Just keep it like that. Don't bring your negative energy into my space. I don't want it. There's enough negative energy in the world. It's like, keep away. So it's looking better. I still have to buy the decor for the laundry room. It's not really a room. Laundry closet. And then we did our taxes. Fun. But we do get a refund, so that's cool. We were going to go to H&R Block, and I'm like, no. I've been doing my taxes by myself since I was 16, and I worked at McDonald's for $2.20 an hour. I think I can figure it out. I just use TurboTax, and we've used it before. But he always worries, well, we might miss something. I'm like, no, I mean, it asks you all the questions. You just need to have the right information to answer the questions. So, got that done. And of course it saves us money. Instead of paying H&R Block or whatever, just save money. And the economy is crap, so it's a smart thing to do. I think it only cost us like 40 bucks to e-file. So that's pretty cool. 40 versus whatever the couple of hundred or whatever it would have been at H&R Block. And it's kind of nice. It's a pretty good program. If you don't know something, you can just type in the search what you're looking for, and it's got good information. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay, these little snowflake sun things, whatever they are, asterisks, are like all over. Oh my god, I'm sure I missed one. Let me go back. Let me like kind of go this way. We're going to go down this way. And then we're going to go up this way. And then I'm going to come down this way. And come up this way. Okay. Hopefully that's cool. So let's see what else has been going on. So I did get, okay, so I'm such a little tech nerd. So I had an iPad, an older iPad, and an Android tablet. And I forget why I got the iPad. I think it was when we were doing our initial RVing. Alright, let's do this one, 553. So we're moving into another medium kind of purple. So I wasn't, I think because we could watch something on the iPad when we were RVing in case I don't know, in case I couldn't get like the TV reception or something. I don't know, I can't remember. It was a couple years ago. That's a long time ago. So I wasn't really using the iPad, and I had thought that I would use this cross-stitch kind of tracking app called Markup. I think it's like Markup X. RX, something like that. But I didn't really like it that much. I mean, I bought it, but I didn't really like it that much. Okay, the heat went off. And so I had a slower tablet. It wasn't bad, but it was just kind of slow. And not very old, just kind of slow. And so I'm using Pattern Keeper to track my cross stitch progress. And so I was like, why am I using 2 tablets? Why do I have 2 tablets? It's like big questions of life. I'm not an Apple person. I don't have an iWatch, Apple Watch, an iPhone. I don't even know their products. An iPhone. I gave that up years ago. Hello, stick on there. So I'm like, this is dumb. So I'm going to sell the iPad. I just have to format it. And the slower tablet. It would be good for a kid, you know, or somebody who doesn't have a tablet. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Okay, let me see. Do I see any more of these? It's like a little, sort of a pound sign. And so I bought a new Samsung. I think it's an A9 Plus. Got everything installed on there and set up and so on and so forth. Got Pattern Keeper on there. I had to figure out how to export the Pattern Keeper files, like the progress files, from the old tablet to the new tablet and import them into the new tablet. That was fun. But I did manage it. She has instructions on her website. I think it's a she that's doing the program, the app. And so I was very happy about that because it would have been a pain in the butt to actually mark all the stitches that I've done on those projects. I'm going down this way like that, like a snake. While I'm yik-yakking. So I did another small little rearrange in the office. I have a 4K monitor that's not on my desktop. I got it for like gaming. I don't know why I don't have it connected. Probably because it's just too hard to figure out. So more cables and whatever. And there's really no space on my desk to set it up there. So I moved the bookcase over in one of the corners and I put it on there. And then I have a little, like a folding TV tray type table. And that has my laptop on it. So I can just game over there on my purple chair. Just chill and use the 4K monitor for that. I've got the Nintendo Switch dock over there as well if I want to, you know, play Animal Crossing on the TV. It's not really a TV on the big monitor. Okay, I think that's it for that one. So just like little piddly little projects. Wait a minute, did I have like sideways U? No, it's a sideways U. Wait. It's a sideways U with a dot. Okay, let's do these here. So do I have this? Right there. A few. So since this particular picture has so much confetti, I'm not using a gigantic diamond painting tray. I'm just using a small one. I mean, there's no need for it. I'm not really doing multi-placing. It was like, it would be impossible to really do that on here. Maybe a little bit here and there, but mostly just single placing when I find them. Let's come up here. Some pinky purple color over here. I think that might be it. Wait, I see one. Double check, right? Okay, so we've got this one, 3041, and there's some all over. So we're going to do that one. So on the Celebrate Diversity canvas that I repurchased from Heaven and Earth Design, that was fun. Okay, this is going to, there's two of them. There's the one that goes pointing up to the left, and then the one going pointing up to the right. So I'm doing the one pointing up to the right. So it's the lighter color one. Why they do that? Why they do me like that? Because really, this can get confusing. So anyhow, so on the Celebrate Diversity canvas, I got it in, the new one. I threw the other one out. Can you believe that? It's like a $40 canvas. I threw it out with all the drills that were on it. I didn't even take them off. I'm like, no. So when I reordered it from Heaven and Earth Design, it's an Amy Brown piece of art. It's a little fairy with a little dragon unicorn thing. It's so cute. So when I looked at the list of the colors, because it doesn't come with the drills, they don't do that at Heaven and Earth Design. I'm like, so I thought since it was the same picture that it would have the same drill colors, right? But no. So I'm like, shit, I have to buy drills. So I bought, and I have to buy quite a few. Like there are a lot of different colors on there. I'm like, okay, now I have a bunch of drills for nothing, right? From the previous order. I'm so over it. So anyhow, I did buy like part of them. I mean, it's, you know, it can get pricey. I bought part of them. And, okay, these are all pointing up to the left. So, I guess when we get our, our tax refund, I'll just buy the rest. I don't know what to do with the other ones. I don't need, you know, because it's a big canvas, and so it's a lot of drills. So I'll just have to figure out what to do with them. I don't really want to throw them away. Get on there. So that was a big surprise. I was expecting it to be the same, but it wasn't. So I'm like, crap, okay. It is what it is, as my dad would say. Okay, they're pointing that way. I hear my dog snoring. Oh, God. So my spouse is a sucker for the dogs, especially the little ones. I mean, he just loves them so much. He just goo goo gaga over the dogs. He wants to get another one. I was like, are you insane? We have 4 dogs already. And I told him no. Like telling a kid they can't have that toy. I'm like, no. I already take care of these dogs all day long while you're at work. I told him the only way that I'm willing to do that is when you retire, and then you can help me take care of the dogs. So, of course, he keeps showing me, he's like, look at this little video of this little chihuahua with a little hat on. I'm like, oh, Lord. This man. Okay, let's see here. Make sure I didn't miss any in these couple of squares here. There's one there. Yeah, there's a lot of this color in this canvas, whatever it is. It's like a brown purple. So I'm looking forward to spring. I can't wait. I want to go out in my yard and I want to buy flowers. Get a new set of patio furniture. So we had a set out there, but the sun here is so vicious. And I mean vicious. I'm going to say vicious. It's so vicious. It basically like faded out the cushions, even though they were beige, so that's not like that big of a deal. But inside the cushion, so I was like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to take the outside off because it's zippered, right? And I'm going to wash them. I'm going to wash the covers. And inside, so I unzipped one, and inside of the cushion, inside of the covering, there's like this layer. I don't know. It's like a thin, like some kind of fabric, kind of like, I don't know. It was weird. I was like, what is this? Maybe like just to protect the foam or something. I don't know why it was in there. But in the heat of the summer here in Texas, it had like disintegrated. So I didn't know that until I tried to pull it out. And then this fluffy, falling apart stuff went all over my hands. I'm like, what the hell? So, I was like, I am not going to deal with taking these things out, have that stuff fly everywhere in my yard with the dogs. Like, nah. So I threw all the cushions out. It's very irritating because I spent good money on them. And so we just have the base. But, I mean, the cushions are expensive just on their own. So I think I'm just going to buy maybe like a better quality set that's going to last longer. Come on, flip over for me. There you go. That's a little dot thing. So I'm going to have to fill this one up. Because I'm running out of this color. So yeah, I want spring to come. I want to be able to hang outside. I can bring my cross stitch out there. Let the dogs run around. And just enjoy the weather. Not be cooped up in the house. That's another thing about winter, because I don't like being outside in the winter because I get cold. I just get cooped up in the house. And so like the only time now when I get out is to go to the grocery store, or maybe, I don't know, to like just take a little drive with hubby around town so he can get me out of the house. So across the street there's three widows. There are three widows across the street from our house. I don't know their stories, but there's three widows, and now there's two. Well, over the last couple of years. So one of them, she passed away. Well, I think her children moved her to a nursing home hospice thing. Do I got one more in here? I got one more. And apparently they wouldn't let anybody come and visit her. I don't know why. I don't know the whole details. But she did pass away, unfortunately. Poor thing. And she was nice. So her house has been sitting across the street from ours, vacant, for, I don't know, 3 years. Okay, so I'll have to fill this one up. Let's do this one. So we figured it was something, you know, like some probate thing or whatever. Let me get some coffee. But her son, I think it's her son, finally showed up, and they were emptying her house out. So they brought this gigantic dumpster, put it in the driveway, and just started emptying her house out. It's really sad. And when you're my age, you're like, wow, is that what's going to happen to all my stuff? That my kids are just, that whoever's just going to come and just throw it out. Yeah, it was a depressing thought. That was another thing that was like, I was like, oh my God, so sad. And then the other thing, another reason why I've been gone, is I turned 65 on the 10th of this month. So normally I'm not a big birthday fan. I don't care. It doesn't matter. I didn't ever need to have like big birthday parties. I wasn't, you know, I didn't need to be spoiled that way and validated that way. It's like, okay, yeah, this is my birthday. Really all I wanted was like a book and coconut cake, right? That was it. But this one, for some reason, turning 65 was just weighing on my mind. Just like in the back of my mind, it's like, I'm going to turn 65, I'm going to turn 65, I'm going to turn, like this broken record. Oh, there's a key right there. And I'm like, oh my God, why can't I stop? I'm going to lose track of where it is. Let me see. Why can't I stop thinking about it, you know? I don't know, it wasn't necessarily like depressing me, but it was bothering me. I admit that, it was bothering me. It's like, damn, I'm gonna be so damn old. And the thing that's weird is, like, in my mind, I don't feel old. I still feel young. It's weird. It's just weird. Like, I think there's some kind of psychological explanation for it, but I think that when you're growing up, like you're a child and you become like a preteen and then a teenager, I think there's some point in your life where you're like mind vision of yourself, like your perception of yourself, like who and what and how you are is like an image in your mind. Like, this is me, and the vision in my mind of me is that I'm like 17, somewhere in there, maybe 16, 17, I don't know. Okay, I think that's it for this one. So when I don't know, maybe a few months before my birthday, I was like, I'm gonna turn 65, and it just felt weird, and it was just making me feel old, and I already feel run down, right, because, you know, I'm old. It's like, I don't have the energy I had when I was a child, or a teenager, or younger. I think I really started feeling it around 60. It's really like, okay, this is not fun. And it's just so inevitable, and there's nothing really you can do about it. I mean, you can eat well and exercise and blah, 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 but you're still going to get old. You know, you're still going to approach that death, right? It's just nature. So it's kind of an emotional turmoil type thing. I mean, I'm not like morbidly obsessed about the fact that, you know, I'm like, the days are racing towards the end of my life, right? I'm not like doing that. But it, you know, I just think about it every once in a while, and it just rides the back of my mind a little bit. Now, once my birthday passed, I felt better. You know, I was like, okay, my birthday came and went. Yes, I'm 65. You know, it was just like, I just felt better. I know that also, and I'm being like super transparent here, that feeling old is also one of the reasons why I took the longer break. I might have talked about it in one of my previous videos about just feeling alone and invisible. Like, you know, nobody cares what you have to say. Nobody cares who you are. And probably a lot of people feel like that. Like, nobody cares about them. It's a very unpleasant feeling. And, you know, the thing is like, people are like, well, would probably say something maybe like, my neck is creaking, by the way. People would say like, you know, get out and make some friends. But I've never been much of the type of woman that has like female friends. Mostly because women can be really mean and not very nice people. And also, I'm just kind of weird. I'm just kind of weird and off the wall. Let's see if there's any over there. No. Any more over here? Am I missing any? So, I mean, like, you know, I'm a tech nerd. I like books. I like weird things. I like stars and rocks. I'm conservative and liberal at the same time. I mean, I'm an Aquarius. I'm very eclectic. So, there's not a lot of women who would be like, she's cool, I want to hang out with her. They would just be like, she's weird. Like, when I was in high school. You know, I was like one of the few girls that even wore dresses to school. Pantyhose. That's just weird. It's okay to be weird. Well, I have this little thing out. This thing out. I'm going to do this color. The piano's so pretty. So yeah, so it would be very strange for me to have a friend, like somebody who would come over, hang out with me, we'd, you know, crochet together or something and talk about, you know, geology or history. Like last night I was watching a documentary about Thomas Jefferson. I mean, I just have like a wide range of interests, and I just think most women are just, I don't know, not into it. That might be insulting women, and I don't mean to, but, you know, I'm not into shopping and a bunch of makeup and all that stuff. I did all that when I was young, and even not that much when I was young. If I was going to shop for anything, it's stuff for the house, for my, like, environment, not clothes. Hate clothes shopping. I just never really had that. That all went to my daughter. Even my sister's like that too. Like, she's not into it. The one who is really more of a, like, kind of fashion, I don't want to say fashion, but more into it was my mom. She always looked nice. I mean, you know, I used to work in a bank, And I would wear business suits and pantyhose and a slip, high heels. Wow, what a drag. I never liked it. I never felt comfortable. It never felt like that was like me. I mean, I did it. I can do it. Just didn't really like it. We would go like to these Republican political functions, and I would have to be like dressed up. It's like, ugh. We went to the Hispanic inaugural ball for Bush. I think it was Bush. I was talking to Jeb Bush. It's like, hey dude, what's up? He's like, hey, you like the party? I'm like, yeah. It's like, okay. You know, I can do it. I can dress up, but I just don't want to. I feel bad for my husband, although he's not like much into that either. He's not like a little clothes whore or anything like that, right? Like on the guy side of things. You know, he's comfortable in jeans and a t-shirt. You know, they're always saying, you know, look good for your husband. I try and look okay, but I'm just not like, I think we're kind of both past the point where we need to impress each other or whatever. Okay, we need more of these because there's more. This is like a gray. Maybe with a little bit of, tiny bit of brown in it. So yeah, it is what it is, as my dad was so fond of saying. I think I'll feel better in the spring. And I think maybe next winter, I want to buy one of those. They have these lights that are like natural sunlight lamps. I want one of those. I want to sit under it on gray, cloudy days. Because when it's cloudy, and I've basically like done whatever chores I need to do for the day, I just sit on the couch and watch YouTube. Hubby calls me up. He's like, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. I'm not doing anything. You know. Whereas on sunny days, I'll be like, well, yeah, I did the trash. I did the dishes. You know, I'm doing this. I'm doing that. I've been out with the dog several times. You know, like, la, 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 la. But man, on cloudy days, I'm just like, I'm going to sit on the couch and I'm just not going to do anything. And try not to feel guilty that I'm not doing anything. Why do we do that to ourselves? It's like, oh, we're not doing something. Just feel guilty. It's like, I'm not being productive. It's like, do something. Yeah. It's like, and then I just tell myself, just chill out. You don't have to do something. Just relax. You've been doing things your entire life. Just sit there and watch TV. Look at X and laugh at all the crazy people. Either laugh or be horrified, mortified, and jeez. This whole thing with like the audit that Doge is doing, I'm so mad. I am so mad. Our country is like, what a bunch of wankers. What a bunch of losers. Our government, what a bunch of thieves and liars. God, I despise that lying so much. I want them all to go to jail. Like, if you stole from the American people, you should go to jail. You should get kicked out of Congress or whatever position you have and go to jail. Maybe we should garnish their wages. Take all their money. I mean, it just makes me feel so mean. I don't want to be mean, but God, I'm so mad. And you know, one of the things that I, did that go there? Yeah. One of the things that I also was feeling and am feeling is that, is the moon here? it's just a shame to be an American, you know, like, oh my God, like all those things. You have to understand, you know, I grew up in the 60s and the 70s. I missed one here. Where'd I put it? You know, and well, I'm sure it's true for most Americans. You grow up and you're like, oh, the American dream and being an American and being patriotic, you know, the vision that you have of what America is. And then to find out that your freaking government, like the one that you're supposed to trust and admire and whatever, has been like stealing from you like your entire life. I saw one of these over here. It's awful. You know, if you support the Democratic government for doing that, you're a fool. They stole from you. I mean, it's just awful. It just made me feel like dirty, like soiled. Like, ugh. The lying, the corruption, all for money and power, which are two things I don't give a shit about. You know, I didn't live my entire life just trying to make money. Okay, wait, there's one here. I'm going to open this one like this. I'm going to dig in here. So yeah, so very, very upset about that. Not to the point of tears, because I'm just too pissed for that, but here goes the heat. But really, really upset. Like, you know, how could you do that? And of course, I knew that they were lying and they were corrupt. I knew that. I mean, I haven't trusted a politician in forever. But to see the depth, the actual depth of that corruption is just astonishing. I mean, I'm just like, put them in jail right now. Like, just right now. Just go over to their house and you arrest them. And whatever the charge is, whatever, you know, fraud, whatever, like, just arrest them and put them in jail. And then they can bond out, because of course, obviously they have money, and then they can wait for their trial. And they can be tried by a jury of their peers, not by a jury of their fellow congressmen. A jury of their peers, and then they can go to jail. Okay, wait, there's one here. There's a key right there. Let's see if I can do this one-handed without knocking over all the drills, right? It's like uncoordinated. You know, and the thing about it is, I'm sure, you know, people are like calling for them to go to jail and whatnot, and kind of asking like, why is it going to take, you know, why is it taking so long? Oh, crap, there's one of those. But you know, they have to follow procedure. I mean, I understand that part. What is this one's up here? But even so, if these people don't go to jail, people are going to be pissed. I mean, there's even, you know, Democrats who've been posting on X that they're pissed too. Like, they're like, wake up. Like, your Democratic government and the Republicans have been, like, stealing from you. It's all corrupt. It's all a lie. I think that's the lie part is, I think, the thing that bothers me the most. Because I hate being lied to. You know, it's like, and I've paid taxes all these years. It's like, what the hell? We can say we want our money back. It should come out of their pockets. You know, they should pay it back. Oh, there's some more of those X's. Damn it. I don't think there's TVs down this way. Okay, wait. They are over here. So yeah, so I'll you know, spend some time just browsing around on X, just literally like freaking out, like what? I mean, I knew they would find corruption the minute they started looking, right? Nobody in their right mind believes that the government was not corrupt at all. I mean, you have to be like insane to believe that. So, there's one there. So I knew they would find it. I just didn't know the extent of it. Well, there were quite a few I missed that first pass, right? What the heck? I hear Lily moving around. Are there any more in this little area that I missed? So it's really strange, like my political history. Oh, I missed one there. Here. So I am a combination of conservative and liberal. It's really weird. Okay, see, why did I do that? I closed it up and I need it over here. Where did I see it? So when I turned 18 and I registered to vote, because my mom was really big into politics, and I saw it over here. What the heck? And I registered as a Republican. There's a TV. And oh my god, I looked away to get the drill here. And I think my entire family, all the kids, as they got to 18, were Republican. I don't think, like, not hardcore, but just more conservative. And then I kind of saw behind the curtain, because I was going to all these political functions with my mom, helping her and do campaigns and blah blah blah, sending out flyers like when they used to do that. And I was just like, I don't really like politics. And then I just stopped caring about it. And then, so I was kind of like nothing really, like apolitical, I guess you could say. And then I became a Democrat. I don't even know why. I don't remember why. That was when I was still in my like depression fog. I don't remember. So then, and I knew that there was corruption, and I really wasn't actually a Democrat. I don't even know why I did that. And then I just like recently just like, I don't know, just started seeing things. I'm like, there's something like seriously wrong here. And then I just became a Republican again. I'll never vote for a Democrat ever again in my life. Not that I have like, 40 years to live or whatever, but I never will. Like, they're done. Okay, I think that's all the TVs. And I thought I saw a moon, the little crescent moon. Was that down here? Yeah, right there. I figure while I have the little box out, this little container, I'll try and do all 4 colors while I have it out. Try to you know, do it smarter. Try and do it smarter. All these little Pac-Man things, I gotta get those. I think that's 318. Okay. Let me see how long I've been going. About an hour. I'll do one more color. Let's do, first I need some water. Vape. Okay, we could do the W's, or we could do this one here. That one is 3834. I don't have a lot of in here. I probably need to refill it. So it's been a journey, my political history. And I think, I know a lot of people don't believe in astrology, but I like some of the typing traits, I guess. So Aquarius is very idealistic and the sign of brotherhood and all that. And I think that's where some of my like liberal stuff comes from. They're very idealistic. You know, help everybody share, not equally, but just, be nice to people and, evolve, right? That kind of thing. But then my rising sign is Capricorn, which is a very down-to-earth, practical sign. It's an earth sign. Aquarius is air. And so I think that's where a lot of and also I think from my mom, my conservative side comes in. So like I've always dressed conservatively. I've never been like provocative, show my boobs and shit. Like I just don't do that. Firstly, my mom would be horrified if she saw me dressing that way. I mean, she never did. She was very much be a lady, be classic, have taste, be not sophisticated, but, don't walk around dressed like a hoe, right? Type thing. Like she just would have frowned on that. She would have said, "Are you sick?" If she saw me come out wearing some like low cut thing, she would have been like, "What's wrong with you?" Because she knew that I was like her in that. Very conservative. I'm not much of a let's flaunt what you got. Not that I ever really had a lot, but still, you just don't have to flaunt it. And I remember when I was a teenager, just started, getting into boys and stuff. She's like, how does she put it? You need to appreciate, what's the word? You need to respect your body and not just let anybody touch it. I think that's how she put it, something like that. And, that's just how I was raised. Like, you didn't sleep around and you didn't try to provoke men to want you, feeling sexy and all that kind of stuff. That just was not part of my life. And so I think that being raised that way and how I've seen women start to dress these days, I'm like, they're just a bunch of hoes. I know that's like really like probably not fair. But I just can't stand it. I'm just like, they're like complaining, oh, men are staring at me. I'm like, well, don't dress like a hoe. Why do you got to show everything? Leave something to the imagination, right? And it's just because I think it's just the way I was raised. Even my daughter would dress, like tight clothes and stuff like that. And I'm like, ugh, just roll my eyes because it's like, why do you have to do that? Like, don't you have any self-worth? Why are you letting, guys just stare? Oh, yeah. I mean, like, even when I was a teenager, I was like 13 years old. I remember this clear as day. I was wearing these high-waisted, because back then the pants were kind of you would either do high-waisted or bell-bottom, or like hip huggers. And I was wearing these red and white striped high-waisted pants. And they were kind of not like skin tight, but they were, form-fitting. And I went to this convenience store. I don't know what I was buying. I don't know, candy or whatever with my siblings, whatever. We used to walk up to the store and buy crap. And I don't know, I felt like this weird feeling, and I looked around, and there was this old man, kind of gray hair, not particularly attractive or anything, like just staring at my ass. And I'm like, what? And I knew he was, and I was only like 13 years old. And it was like the most uncomfortable feeling. I was like, okay, yeah, I don't like that, and stop it. It was really creepy. And I just never liked people, men, staring at me. It's like, just don't do it. I was always against that. It's like, it's very disrespectful to stare at women like that. So, and I wasn't even wearing anything like provocative. I mean, I was 13. Like, what the hell? Back in the 70s. It would have been like 73. But those pervs got a perv. Ugh. Like a 13-year-old would be remotely interested. So anyhow, yeah, it was I'll never forget it. Even after all this time, I haven't forgotten it. Come on, get out of there. So yeah, so I'm conservative a lot in that, and I do believe that the more that you expose to the world, the more that you're going to have guys lusting after you. It's just the way it is. It's just the nature of the guy. I don't blame the men, unless they're like doing it to children. But, it's a grown woman. I don't blame them. They have testosterone. Hello. They're men. But you don't have to be cray-cray about how you dress. So, it's like, it's so weird. It's like my liberal side is like, dress however you want, right? And then my conservative side is like, no, don't do it. It's really weird. It's weird. I guess maybe that would just put me more like in the center, kind of trying to balance some of the things that are on the extreme sides, like that conservatism, with stuff that's on the left. But for the most part, I guess you could say, like, I'm a independent liberal? Not liberal, libertarian? I don't know. I don't really like any labels about that. I'm just kind of like, let people do what they're going to do, as long as they're not breaking any laws or hurting people. What they do in their bedrooms is their business, but they don't have to push it on me or other people or on kids. Leave the kids alone. Like, don't get too crazy in public. Like, I don't want to see you walking around nude. Like, thanks. I don't want to see that. It's not on my bingo card for the day. Now, ideally, if I went to my, like, far Aquarius side, I would be like an anarchist. And I don't mean an anarchist as in chaos, but I mean in the sense that the human race has evolved enough to not need a government. We're a very small government. Because you wouldn't need anything, so you don't need to take anything from somebody else. So you wouldn't be stealing. You would have, you know, you would be evolved enough to not be controlled by your emotions, so you wouldn't like do all these like emotional crimes. Getting into fights and conflict and so forth. You know, and people would work together in communities and help each other and for the success of the community and for all in the community, but not to the detriment of any one person. You know, if somebody wanted to be like super successful businessman or whatever, nobody would get on his case about it. They'd just be like, cool, okay, you do that. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to plant some flowers. Like, it would just, like, there's no need for, like, that kind of conflict. And we're not ruled by our emotions. So that's, like, anarchy, I guess. But it's, like, an idealistic. It's not idealistic. Because, you know, we've evolved as a species past being animals, which is basically what we still mostly are. I mean, if you look around, you spend any time on Twitter, you're going to be like, yeah, you're right. We're mostly still animals. Okay. So with that cheerful thought, I'll go ahead. The heat just went on anyway. I have it set at like 73. Oh, let me get that little Pac-Man thing and fill in this one. Where is he? Where's the little Pac-Man? It's 318. 318. So there's one missing over here on the right hand side of the canvas that you can't see. And then I think there's one missing up above here. Let me get the camera. Where is it? Right there. So let me find that one. So I think what I'll do is, I don't know. I want to play Paleo, but I don't want to play on my desktop. Where is this color? Where's the symbol? Come to me, symbol. It's a triangle. A triangle in a square. Here it is, $7.94. So I must have missed that one this morning. Cool. Here we go. So we made some progress. Once I do this little dot one right here, that'll fill in quite a bit. And this is here the square. But all of this here is like all scattered. Let me show the picture. I don't know why I don't have it showing. Probably because I'm rusty. Let me put it up here. Wait. Bubbleflower. Let's move it over here. So her head is that way. So let me move this a little bit. Ooh. I don't know if I can get it there. Let me see. So here, this right here is the top of her head. This is that yellow coming off her hair. So I'm over on the end of that all this white, yellow, whatever, light yellow. If you just go straight down, that's where you get to this section over here at the edge of the canvas. Here's the edge down here. So then I'll have done, so this is like a second full pass. So over here, let's see, so this side here is the corner, is the upper right hand corner. You see that kind of blue little strings or whatever coming up? So I'm doing like right underneath that. So that'll be like 2 whole passes along the top. Then what I'll do once I'm done with this section here is move back over to that side of the canvas where the bubbles are and start on that next bubble, the third bubble on the bottom. There's that big one That will be the one right under that big one. And then I'm going to come across and do her face. So I don't think I have her eye. Right, so I'm doing like right above her eye. So that next pass will do her eye and her nose. And come down this way. So that is the plan. So let's see, so I've got to buy some drills for the mini Celebrate Diversity. Mini Celebrate, I don't know what it's got diversity in the name, is stupid. But that was before all the DEI, so she doesn't mean that. I got to get drills for that. And then I've got all of the floss colors for my cross stitch project. So let me show you real quick. So I actually bought some floss drops, and this is how I have them. I got them all on these little rings. I want better stickers. Something prettier, but yeah. So what I'll probably do is go in the living room. I'll put this up. I'll get this video uploaded to the channel, and then I'll probably go out into the living room because it's really cold today. The dogs are not going to feel like doing anything. It's just going to be a very quiet day. So I'll probably just bring my cross stitch project out there and cross stitch for a couple of hours, and then maybe this afternoon just, I don't know, maybe do a little bit of gaming or something. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Or just lounge around. It's just one of those days. It's just awful. This weather. I can't wait for spring, but technically spring does not come till March 20th, I think. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to cope and deal with it. So I need to get a little release paper sheet and cover this and protect it, because I don't want anything getting in the glue, like dust and lint and stuff. And then I'll work on it again tomorrow morning, because I do most of my diamond painting in the morning. Like, I've been up since 3:30 and it's almost 8 o'clock. So I've already been up for a long time. So anyhow, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I do diamond painting, cross stitch, coloring, and some gaming, and then I do some other miscellaneous things. I'm working on a video series for my favorite fantasy book series. It's called The Sun Sword by Michelle West. So there's little introductory videos about that. I need to do the next book, which is Sea of Sorrows, is book 4. So got to work on that now that I'm gonna get back into the swing of things and get out of my winter funk and holiday funk and birthday funk. So I got like the triple whammy of like the down mode. Jeez Louise. So I have to do some reprogramming, and we all go through that. It's just part of life. It never stays the same. It's always changing. So even when you're in like a down mode, I knew that after my birthday, and now I can kind of, you know, we have snow flurries outside, but I know that spring's around the corner. Like, that immediately improves my mood. So I'm going to go out and open the blinds in the living room and look at the flurries, because it doesn't snow here often. So enjoy your day. Be kind to yourself. Try and be kind to the world. Except for the corrupt politicians. We don't need to be kind to them. They need to just, yeah, there's justice. Justice needs to be served for the American people. No matter whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or an independent or a nothing. If you've ever paid taxes or Social Security or into the system, right, which most adults have, all their lives, then there needs to be justice. So I will leave you with that thought. Take from it what you will, but I hope you have a fantastic day, and I will see you next time.